I'm joined by our midfield coach, Dale Tapping. Dale, thanks so much for joining us. Not the result that we wanted against Essendon, but it was actually quite a strong start for us in that first quarter.
Yeah, it certainly was a big focus for us going into the game, the first quarters, and it's been common knowledge for everyone that our first quarters haven't been great. But yeah, a lot better start this time. But again, we still didn't capitalise on the opportunities generated. So yeah, it's still work in progress for us. But yeah, slightly better start in our first quarter. But yeah, we've just got to continue to take our opportunities when we generate them.
And when you say take your opportunities, what does that mean in general layman's terms?
I think winning the ball back off the opposition and our ability to maintain possession of the ball and convert our chances. So look, our pressure at the ball was a lot better in the first quarter this week, which is pleasing. But yeah, just generating the opportunities through like I suppose in the manner that we play and then converting our chances. So going through our routines and sort of trusting ourselves to finish our work.
Yeah. I guess set shots was something that did let us down on the weekend. What's been the focus this weekend before we head into the break?
Look, it's just, with that, you just trust the guys that go through their routine and trust themselves to sort of take the kick. Like we've done a lot of work with our goal kicking, not only this year but also last year, and going through the routine. Each player's got their set routine to go through, and I think they've just got to believe in what they do and go back and kick through the footy and finish their work. And it comes down to being as simple as that, and just believing in what they do and believing in the work that they've put in.
Well, let's have a look. We're about to head into our mid-season break. We'll take a little look about from the season so far. For you, what's been most pleasing?
Look, we're clearly in a lot more games of footy this year, from first minute to last minute. Like we've given ourselves every chance. The Richmond game being the exception, where we're just outclassed on the day by a very good team. But every other game, we've been in. We've had opportunities to win the game, or we've been right in it in the last sort of 10 to 15 minutes of the game. So, I think holistically our competitiveness and our development in that area of our football has been much improved in comparison to last year. And you only have to sort of break the game down and look at our numbers and KPIs internally that says that, and you go through everything through champion data and all those sort of key stats that says that we're highly competitive and and our ability to win the footy, and we're averaging more inside 50s this year. We're defending better. Our scores against have improved a lot, and that's through our system and team defence. So we've come a long way with how we want to play the game, and we've still with only one win at this point to our name, but we've still got a little bit of room to improve for us.
And I know that contested footy was a huge focus for us in the pre-season. How do you think we've gone so far this year?
Well, you're never going to go from 18th to 5th in one season. So again, that's work in progress. But we have improved to this point. Like our won a contested ball battle again on the weekend, albeit marginally. Even with the Kangaroos at the end of the game, a mature big mature team, and very strong through the midfield, and we were restricted in the second half. So there's been some instances with our game around contested ball that have clearly improved, and if you coincide like our slow starts, like after quarter time, I think we're about 7th or 8th, I think, for contested ball diff after quarter time, which we've just got to be able to get that right at the start, and that's our growth for a young team, is to be have our foot to the floor at the start and play how we play for the whole 100 minutes.
And one of our younger players that did come back on the weekend was Jared Barry, who obviously works in your midfield. He laid some pretty heavy tackles on the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Like he's a competitor, and that's the great thing. He's been asked to do a lot for a young player in his second year of footy. Big responsibility, through the midfield, and particularly with Mitch Robinson being out on the weekend, like he had to step up. A bit of a role at stoppages on merit, which that we restricted him to to the one clearance, and I thought him and Keezy did a pretty reasonable job in that regard. His chase to assist Huey when he ran down McKenna in the second quarter there was a big play for us, and we didn't take advantage of that moment, but it's sort of typical of his effort. He is a competitive player, and he's doing a pretty good job for a second year midfielder.
And you mentioned Mitch Robinson. He's got another couple of weeks, but we'll be looking forward to having him back hopefully the week of GWS.
Yeah, absolutely. Because again, like he's sort of got a real kamikaze approach to the game, and I think all the supporters love. But he's pretty significant play for this young group. He sort of buffers a lot of pressure and particularly helps our younger midfield, like outside beams and Zorko, with Mitch not being there, there's a lot left to some younger boys, and it's great that they're getting the opportunity. Rayner, Bailey, McCluggage, Berry, but they do need support. So yeah, he'll be a welcome addition when he gets back.
And just speaking of the break, the guys will go on a couple of days off on Wednesday afternoon. What does this sort of time off do for their mental health and also, of course, their physical?
Oh, a bit of both. I think mentally, I think everyone needs a bit of a break this time of year. So we've got like a lighter session tomorrow morning to finish off with, and a bit of a barbecue post training. So yeah, it's a good opportunity for everyone to freshen up and take stock. And we've done a review this morning of the game on the weekend. So I think the players need it, and and somewhat the coaches need it too, just to freshen up and recharge and relaunch for the back end of the 10 games.
Well, thanks so much, Dale, and we look forward to seeing you next week ahead of our GWS game.
Yeah, no worries, pleasure.